This podcast is brought to you by Enlightening Learners Academic Coaching and Tutoring Services. We're going to look at point-slope form and how it's used. Some questions that you're going to have to ask at the end of this section. What is the point-slope form equation? What is needed in order to use the point-slope form equation? And how is point-slope form used if the only givens are 2 points? This is an example of the point-slope form equation. Y minus y1 equals m parentheses x minus x1. y1 and x1 are your 2 coordinate points, or your 1 coordinate point, x comma y, and you would substitute any values for point. This point would go into the x1, and this point would go there. So for example, if I were given the point 2 comma 3, the 2 would go in the x1 and the 3 would go in the y1. M is the slope, which is a comparison to your rise over your run. So here's an example of an equation where we'd use it. We'd want to write down the equation. Y minus y1 equals m parentheses x minus x1. 5 is my x coordinate and 2 is my y coordinate. Y minus 2 equals my slope, parentheses x minus 5. That's it. I'm finished. That's the point-slope form. That's as far as you need to go. Sometimes you're not given slope. So the first thing we have to do is derive slope. In order to do that, we use the equation m equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And we replace our values with those numbers. M is equal to 13 minus 3 over negative 5 minus 2. 13 minus 3 is 10 over negative 7. My m in this case is 10 over negative 7, or m is equal to a rise or a fall of 10 and a run of 7. I'm going to use that value then to figure out the next part of it. Once I've found slope, I can pick any of these 2 points. It doesn't matter which one I pick, just as long as I pick one of them and use both the x and the y. Y minus y1 equals m parentheses x minus x1. In this case, I'm going to use 2, 3. Y minus 3 equals negative 10 over 7 parentheses x minus 2. I could also use this point. So this answer is this, or it could be y minus 13 equals, I use the same slope, x minus a negative 5. And we know that when we have a minus and negative, it changes to a plus. And I would use this equation or this one.